Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you a few helpful hacks for making accessible video content for your students. So a thing to know here is that anytime you make video content, it is so important that you give students closed captions, and it's also helpful to give them a transcript. So a transcript is going to be anything that's said or spoken sounds in the video, and closed captions are the ones that show up as you watch the video. Transcript, though, you can print, share with students digitally, and so many of them love to use that as a reading tool, a note-taking tool. I know whenever I gave my students transcripts in the classroom, they would all take every single copy of those, and I'd always be running to make more copies because I was always surprised by how many of them really like that option. But it's a great practice to build into your teaching as well as your professional development learning opportunities. So whenever you make a video and you upload it into YouTube, there's always going to be automatic closed captions that are generated. So here's an example of a video that I have created, and I did not generate the captions myself. So just word of the wise, if you upload a video on YouTube, it's going to be a little bit more accessible than some of the other web providers out there because it's going to generate those captions automatically. Obviously, it's better to go in and to create accurate closed captions versus auto. But if I want to create a transcript for my videos in YouTube, it's also really easy to do because of those auto captions. It's just a little bit of a hidden button. So if I pull up my YouTube video here and I click this three dot button, I can do show transcript. And if you've followed me or been to any of my trainings where I show you this, what I love to do is do toggle timestamps off, and then I will Control A to select all of this and then copy and paste it into a Word doc. But the only issue is if you've been in my trainings before, I've talked about how you do need to go in and add in punctuation, capital letters, correct any mispronounced words or things that are on here. And it can be a little cumbersome, especially for some of those longer videos. However, now that there's all of these amazing artificial intelligence tools out there, we can leverage those to our advantage to better provide accessible content to our students in a more efficient way. So there's two things that I'll show you that you can do. So one of these is using ChatGPT. So what I could certainly do here is I could copy all of this transcript or some of it. I can copy it, open up ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, can you create a transcript with punctuation for this video? And then I'll paste in my text. All right. I will warn you that if you just paste in the YouTube video link and expect it to generate the transcript from there, it won't. It wants you to paste in the transcript itself. So here's an example. It's working away and it is showing how it's going to be adding some punctuation in there. All right. So that is one thing to do. If you use ChatGPT in this way and you go through and you paste this, if you have a lengthier video, you might have to do this in chunks because it will only remember a certain amount of text that you paste in. So a couple paragraphs at a time. So that's one option. The other option that you can use to make transcripts for your videos to give students that option is, after I would use ChatGPT, I would copy all of this, paste it in a Google Doc, and then give it to my students in that way so they can annotate, use their accessibility tools on it, whatever have you. But there's also an extension that does some of this for you as well. So this extension is called Glasp, and I have it pulled up here. It is on the Chrome Web Store. You might have to have it unblocked depending on your Google domain settings. But I installed it. And whenever you've installed Glasp, what happens is there's this little, you might have noticed this already, this little button that pops up here. So it's going to give me a transcript of the video up here through Glasp. So I don't technically have to go to this three dot button and do show transcript. And then it's also going to give me a summary of the video too. So right here is where Glasp is. Glasp integrates ChatGPT into this. So what I can do is if I click here, it's going to show my transcript and I can jump to time on the video. I can toggle off those timestamps if I need to. And then right here is where I can view the ChatGPT summary of the video, but will also show the transcript of the video as well. So I can also copy it from here as well if I need to. So I've already opened this View AI Summary, and it's over here on this tab. Okay. We just need to close this out. All right. So right here is the transcript for this video. It gives me the title of it. And then what it does is it gives me a summary of that video's main points. And you can have it do as many or as few as you would like. You just need to keep asking and putting in prompts here to ChatGPT. But it created a transcript here of this video. So what I could do is, again, tell ChatGPT, and it will go through and do that. So a little bit more efficient in that it's just a couple of clicks to do this, and you don't have to copy and paste it all in yourself into ChatGPT. It's going to pull it up there already through this extension, Glasp. So thought I would share that. From here, you could copy it and paste it into a Google Doc and then print it for students if you need to. But an amazing way to make things more accessible for your students and to give them another option for representation. So I hope this has been helpful and have fun exploring.